This is what I'm talking about. Let me tilt this tank up so you can take a look at it. Now see this portion here? See how I got it kind of at an angle? Where this is over here and in between those two, where the two bolts are going to go? That's about where it was before. Now if you have just two bolts, you'll want to take this and have it straight like that. Do you see what I mean? See how it's straight here? Well, if I did that right now, it's right in the way of that screw, the bolt back there. You know, in case I ever have to put a screwdriver on it later or something, let's say. So see, if I keep it over like that, then I can reach in there and tighten that with a screwdriver, loosen it up with a screwdriver, or just hold the bolt so I can tighten it from underneath. You know what I mean? So make sure you check that out to see if it's at an angle this way or straight on your toilet, so that when you get ready to screw this back down, you know exactly where it goes. I'd hate for you to put that incorrect. Now that I have the tree positioned properly, I'm going to try to tighten this up with my fingers as tight as I can get it. Okay. The last thing I want to do is mar up this when I get ready to tighten this up. Now, with my channel locks, I can leave it like right here and just kind of twist it like that a little bit. Oh, it's twisting everything. But make sure that thing stays straight, don't I? Okay. You know, if I had a helper, I wouldn't have to worry about it, would I? I could have somebody hold that while I'm twisting this nut. Now to twist it tighter, I could hold it like that. I could put a screwdriver in here, kind of pry down on it. Maybe even take my pliers, you know, and grab this and kind of help do that with two hands and try to tighten it that way. But I've got to do it in such a fashion to where I just want to get that pretty snug, because all that's doing is holding this in place and it's holding the other in place. And I got to get it snug enough, at least so that the other one is pulled in tight enough so it's not going to leak water, obviously. But, you know, I'm also going to get more of a compression. Once I put the screws in there and bolt it, that's going to suck this down tight to the toilet. But we'll see what we can do about getting this a little bit tighter now. Man, I wish I had a helper here. Now, if you saw what was going on as I was trying to make this tighter, this is kind of pooching out a little bit because I've got this nut. I'm trying to tighten it right on the rubber gasket, and it didn't come with one of these little flat washers. And this was in on the old one, and I think I'm going to reuse that. And all that's going to do is help me to get this nut tighter, because it's going to want to slide around this rather than the rubber. You know what I mean? And I guess I should have bought one of these at the store, but that's not really going to have a cause for making anything leak. It's just going to make it so I can get this nut on there a little bit tighter. Alright, so I'm going to take this off. This nut off of here. I got it on there pretty snug already. I'm going to have to get that off of there, and I'll put this on. See if I can't get it in there a little bit better. It probably would have been fine the other way too. Sometimes Joe has a tendency to go overboard, but in this case, I think it's warranted. Okay, I'll reposition this and make sure I'm going where I want it to be. And in fact, that's making it slide nice and easy. Wow. Okay, that worked. Let's see if I can't get that a little bit tighter. All right. I think I got it pretty tight. Now, if somebody was here, they could hold this for me. You know, in here, in the tank, and I could really wrench down on here, but you know, if I try to do this and this, see, just by myself, it wants to twist the whole thing. So I think I'm just going to have to get it as tight as I can and make sure this is positioned properly. If that's not positioned exactly, I can reach in there and try to back it off a little bit, or take my nut and turn it a little bit and twist it around or whatever. Okay? All right, we got that. Now, I think, don't mind that. I was just seeing if that nut was tight. That's for the water fill valve, and that's already in here, so I'm not really concerned about that right now. Main thing is I'm concerned about this, and I think I've got that nice and snug as a bug in a rug. I think we're ready to take this back over to the toilet now and set it on there. You know, for the sake of argument, I guess I can put these new bolts in here now. So I don't have to do that after I get the toilet down, this tank on top. You know, I could push these in now and have that sticking out. You know, it might be easier to get that ready now before I get it up there, you know. That way I can use two hands like this and get it all set. Yeah, wow. Looks like that nut's gonna come out pretty far. Well, I'm gonna put, I guess maybe I'll put that, well, I know that nobody's ever gonna see that back one, right? And I don't think anybody's going to see the left one either. They might see this one as they walk in through the door. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Give me my thought process on that. Now here's where the toilet is. See, if you're over here, my only thought was you might see the bottom edge of the nut coming through, but you're really not. Here, now I'm over here by the door. When I'm down the hallway, I'm going to kind of squeeze through there like that. Now, if the bolt was sticking down 1.5 inches as opposed to 1 inch like the other one, do you think you would see it? I don't think you will. Now, if you were down here, you might see it. Actually, I think it's going to be all right. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the long bolts, not worry about it. Yeah, so I'll have to work on these screws and get them through all the way, like that. Okay. I'll put these other two in and get it all set. Be right back. That was no easy task in itself, just to put those down. Now I'm all out of breath trying to fish those in there and screw them and stuff. Okay, I've got that all set now. All right, now I guess I can go and take that over to the toilet. Whew.